Hey guys, welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. In today's video, we've just had the reveal of Guinaifen. I know I'm going to be butchering this name, but she is going to be our new 4-star coming in patch 1.4. Just notice she's got a garter as well. It's something that I can't stop looking at on every character now. I know some don't, but is this a Hoyo thing? Is Genshin the same? You guys let me know. But we're going to talk more about this character, what we see, and what we could have in this character in a minute. But let's jump in. I also want to talk about the faction balance. I was curious on the faction balance that we got at the moment, so we'll take a look at that. But let's take a look at what we have to read about the character. With the quote, would you like to see me break that stone slab with my chest? I mean, dude, like, it's not even trying anymore. All right, let's get into it. All right, so this honestly, I love the design of this character. We'll talk about it in a sec. An outworlder who ended up residing on the Xianzhou by accident, she is now a passionate and vivacious street performer. With her real name being Guinaifen is the Xianzhou. Dude, I always like, because it's spelled different to the way it's said, I always tongue tie myself on saying Xianzhou. Name given to her by her good friend Su Shang. So she's Su Shang's mate. That's cool. I liked Su Shang in the story. I know a lot of people thought she was a bit too, soft, like just, bit throwaway, but hey, sometimes you gotta have fun. It doesn't all have to be serious, Faced with a whole new life on the Luofu and relying on her adoration of Xianzhou culture, Guinaifen quickly learnt skills that would help keep her clothed and fed, these being eating noodles upside down, smashing large stone upon her chest. Smashing a large stone upon the chest of others. I thought the starting quote said on her, but I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. And catching projectiles with her bare hands, etc. So, English voice actor is going to be Morgan Luray. Apologies if I butchered that name, but that is what we're looking at. So, let's take a look at this character. We've got fire and nihility. So, for me personally, when we look at 4 stars, the ones I get most excited about are going to be the harmony, the abundance, preservation, and nihility, because they're more supportive type roles, and they have, like, obviously nihility can be a DPS role. We've seen that obviously with KAFKA, but nihility means that all those classes have that supportive role. If we get 4-star destruction, hunt, or erudition, it's more likely that they're not going to have greatest usage. If they're a fun character, obviously I'll still build them and have fun, but I find with like the nihility, the preservation, the harmony and abundance, like more people might get use out of them. However, on the flip side, when we see 5-star characters, I want to see the destruction, the hunt, and the erudition, because I want something that can deal damage out of that max potential 5-star, if that makes sense. That is my logic. So I'm excited to see a nihility. Fire nihility is going to be the first fire nihility character we have in the game. So I'm curious to see the way she works. Now, you guys know from my talk yesterday that I love pets in characters. I don't know if she's going to have pets. I literally have zero clue. I haven't even heard this chick's name, except I've seen her face in the light cone. I had to go look it up because I'm like, I've seen her face. Where was it? But she is the one on the subscribe for more light cone. Once again, this is a hunt light cone. She's a nihility. That stuff never matches up. It's never going to be the exact, like, it's not a reliable sense. So any character you see at a light cone doesn't mean that's the what they're going to be, unless it's their signature one, because normally that kind of aligns. But we got fire and nihility, which means nihility, I just think, has really nice access to some really great light cones, which is really solid. So obviously the defense breaking one's really good. That gives any nihility character, especially a 4-star, some supportive type role. So if you're going in against fire enemies and you got fire team, you can bring that in and you can get some use out of that. Now, will she be AoE? Will she be single target nihility? I don't really know, but I think it's a pretty cool design, and I'm keen to see her skills. She's not one that I look at and I'm like, oh, I must build her as soon as she comes to the game, but I am keen to see how she functions, what kind of debuffs she brings. Is she going to be a purely burn debuff unit, or is she going to have other debuffs that can benefit us and offer some unique style of play? That's what I'm hanging out to see, and I can't wait to find out. But I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the class balance. Out of curiosity, I was very curious on this one. Now, this one is missing one character. So the character this one is missing, if we go back, we are missing Topaz on this list. So Topaz and Numby. Don't forget Numby, because Numby makes Topaz the whole kit, okay? But that's going to be another hunt character in there. So I've tried to organize them based on exclusive banner, then standard 5 stars, then exclusive 4 stars, then standard 4 stars, just so you can get a shape. So obviously with Destruction, we're getting pretty stacked on exclusive characters at 3. Hunt is now at 2 when we include the Topaz. Erudition's at 1. Nihility is at 2 on the 5 stars. Preservation's at 1 on 5 star. Harmony's at 0, and then Abundance is at 1. So this is a bit off topic, but I'm assuming the next 5 star we see announced, or in patch 1.5, we should get a Harmony 5 star. It would make sense because it's the only one we don't have any of. And then what would make sense for me after that is I don't think you want to flood the game with Abundance, Preservation, or Harmony 5 stars. So I would assume that would mean we're due for an Erudition if we've got 3 Destruction, 2 Hunt, and only 1 Erudition. And we've got 2 Nihility. So I feel like in 1.5, this is my hot take, my guess, we will probably get a Harmony, a Harmony unit and an Erudition unit. So that is my 100% guess. There is no justification behind that, but that is what I'm thinking. But once again, when we look at her, why is she there? She's Nihility. How did she end up there? So when we look at Nihility, we are getting pretty stacked with the Nihility units, which it is going to be another option for KAFKA. But for me on my KAFKA account, I am just hanging out to get a 5-star Nihility unit. I am using KAFKA as like a hyper carry type unit with Asta. Well, I've also got Silverwolf, so sometimes with Silverwolf, but then using Asta and Ting Yun to carry my KAFKA until we get a 5-star unit. Now, she could be crazy and it could give us that option, but at least they're filling out that roster on Nihility units to give us some options. But once again, she is there. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with that for a 4-star. I think the Nihility is really solid. Have we had any of the main 4? So we've had you. So we still haven't had a limited character on any of the, the limited 4 stars, be a Destruction, Hunt, or Erudition, which is the way I kind of thought it would play out, because those characters as 4 stars aren't going to be as inviting to players, whereas if you get 4 stars in the supportive type roles, they're going to be good. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's the general direction of the game, where Nihility falls into both. Like, I feel like Nihility is probably going to be the most stacked in terms of just raw character numbers that we get on new characters, because Nihility can be DPS and it can be support. So it falls into that nice range of being able to, it's welcoming to 4 stars, and it's also welcoming to 5 stars. 5 stars for damage or crazy support like Silverwolf and Welt, or it's open to just supportive 4 stars, whereas the Erudition, Hunt, and Destruction, you really want to get some of those big damage dealing 5 stars, but it's not so exciting for 4 stars because they're just going to be like weaker damage dealers without the support. When you look at a general base, yes, there are exceptions, but that's just a general thing. And then Preservation, Harmony, and Abundance, you want to get a couple real solid 5 stars, but past that, it feels like, I feel like they're going to get better. Like when you look at it as a business, they're going to make more money out of like these top 3 categories than they are out of these bottom 3 on 5 stars. But in the bottom 3 categories, you'll get good bang for your buck out of new 4 stars in there, because people will want to get them to add to the supportive role. Whereas if they're just a DPS character, it's like, yeah, I've already got my DPS sorted with all the 5 stars. It's not as exciting. So that's my feels. But once again, we got Guinaifen, Guinevere, whatever you want to call her. I think she's got a really wicked design. I'm keen to see if she has these the dogs as pets. That would really make me happy. Like, I forget the name of the one we run around with in the Lofu, but that would make me happy if we had 2 pet characters, especially if they were on the same banner. If those 2 were on the same banner, 100% I'm going all in on that one, because pet characters are definitely a winner to me. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.